Well, man, it's getting hot, hot. So I was waiting for the brackets to arrive so I can tie down the. Yeah, let me lower this. Little classical. It's a little staticky. And they came and they were toys. They were just so tiny. So I said the hell with it. I went to Ace and I went and got these. And I'm gonna try them, but I gotta open up. There's supposed to be a hook on each side. I'm gonna open up this, and I'm gonna be working on that. But in the meantime, I transferred the gun rack to the new gun. And now it turns out that the rack is going to be only going to be good for one gun because of the functionality of the rear seat. It kind of raises up and back when you fold it, and it's not doing it. So I have this rifle, the green one. It didn't do it, and I'm trying the lever now. I don't know if you can see that, but let me check the. So it didn't. It didn't really work out with the rifle down here, and I even had to cut this because this window is shorter, so I had to cut it and Anyways, let's see if this one would do it. The thing is that when this seat moves down, this part goes up and then back. So when it goes back, it's hitting the barrel right here. So let me push it forward so you can check it out and see. If I take this gun, which I usually take it, see, I'm already getting a hassle with the back, the headrest. So now I'm gonna have to my knees are getting me here. Okay, so the headrest pushes up. You see it moving. I don't know if you can see it there. Okay, and then it leans back towards the barrel. I don't want to do it because it's gonna bend the. It's not gonna bend the barrel, but it's gonna squeeze the barrel. So basically, I can only use the top rack and leave it at that. This rifle will be on the seat, on its scabbard, and that's all she flow. I mean, there's nothing else I could do. I usually take two guns in case one breaks, jams, something happens to it. And let me see if I can get out of here. I'm getting tired getting in and out of this thing. Let me be right back. I'm going to put these two guns away. So they won't work. Check out the seat now. I'm going to bring it down. And then look at the seat. It goes back and it hits it just touches it. It doesn't really bother this rifle. And then it locks up. You gotta hit this strap, push it up, and then. So maybe I can just carry the gun with the seat folded up like this. But I can get more use out of the seat if I fold it down, and then I can put it. This is not really the optimal position for the rifle because now it's bigger, as further deeper inside. I had to reach in there, probably climb in to get the rifle, so it's not going to be the best. But I'm not going to sell it, even though one guy saw the rifle rack and he liked it. He says if he buys the truck, he wants the rack. And I said, well, show me the money. Put this away. So if I see a deer, I have to open the back door. And let's see how easy this is going to be. Grab it. Maybe I should shorten these teeth. Maybe I should shorten these spikes here. Maybe I should shorten it up so it's easy The reason I did it deep like this is because if it bounces, it's gonna stay in here. So let's see how it goes on a trail. And this is pretty tight in there too. All right, let me put this one away. I'll be back. Okay, so, all right, let me put this stuff away. I gotta get these tools out of here. Drill. Then I gotta get back and shut the door in the other one. Put this here for now. And let me show you what I have to work on now. Or tomorrow, because I'm kind of pooped already. These are the ones I got from Harbor Freight. This is 5 inches. The distance here is very close. There's nothing that I could get that would do the job as nice as the turnbuckles that I had. These are kind of, let me see, they're kind of a little, got a little play to it. So I understand that once you tie this down, the camper doesn't have any partial movement. So I'm coming up with an idea. I'm going to see if I can find, I'm going to get rid of the thread on one side and drill the hole out and get rid of the threads there. I'm only going to leave enough for maybe half an inch of threads here, and then if I drive it all the way in, I want to see if I can find a spring that's about 2 inches that'll fit here with a washer and a nut, and then this piece is going to be springy. I can do it inside, or maybe I can do it outside. The thing is that if I do it outside, it's gonna, wait, let me adjust this thing. If I do it outside, it's going to be longer than what I need. So, and the spring cannot really be too big because it won't work. It has to be beefy too. It cannot be one of those wire. It has to be one of those plate flat springs. So let's say I put a bolt here, a lock bolt, so it won't move. And then this shaft will be no threads, and it'll go in and out with the spring. And then I can just tighten it if I need to with the bolt. That's an idea. So now I gotta open this up here, and okay, I've been getting a lot of calls on the truck. Okay, hang on a second. Yeah? Speaking. Oh, yeah. Is it in? Great, great, great. I'll swing by and pick it up. What guys? What time you close today? 9 or 10. Okay, I got time. All right. Okay, I'll swing by and pick it up. Thanks. Okay, bye. Yeah, that's a solenoid that I ordered from O'Reilly's so I can install the power system to the refrigerator. And man, it's hot. So I came in. I went to 2 different places. Nobody carries anything anymore. I had to go to a carburetor rebuilding place so I can get a paper fuel filter for a carburetor. Nobody carries it, and I got tired. Oh, you gotta order it. It's gonna be 3 days and 2 days, and I said no. I need this thing, you know. And then they couldn't even find it. Oh, we have it in brass, and it's a hassle. Now it's hard to find stuff. So I call the place and they say, yeah, we got one. I said, hold it for me. So I went down and picked it up. Because I got to go down to the boat and do some carburetor work too on that. So let me get back to the camper. I am not too happy with the Vistro, I think it's called. Visor, I forget the name now. That anchoring system for the camper, they're short and it's right behind the bracket from the camper, so I can't use none of my adjustable shocks, those adjustable buckles, something like that. Not too happy with it, and then I have to find those little turnbuckles, and I prefer the other ones, the one that has a spring in it, and they're adjustable, they're longer, and now I can drill a hole in the bumper and attach the long ones that I have inside the camper, but I really don't want to mess the bumper. I don't want to drill the bumper. And then I saw the Happy Jack system that I had in Old Blue. That is that metal that comes out between the cab and the bed. There's a bracket that comes out with the hole. You can attach it, and that's a real good system. I like that. And this morning I started to take out the liner, the plastic liner from Old Blue, and I looked behind there and I said, you know what? If I take it out, first of all, the curve of the back of the front of the bed on the white one, it's got a different curvature, deeper. The Old Blue, it goes in and slides in a little bit and then straightens out. But this one, the white one, goes in, it deepens, it goes deep, and then it's straight. And I'm going, I'm going to have to heat it and hammer it, and it's going to be a hassle. And then how am I going to precisely drill the holes how am I going to mark the holes? Let's say I take the bracket out and I position it on the outside. Well, let's say my wife can hold it there for me, and how am I going to be able to drill and precisely match the holes so I can bolt through? How am I going to put my hand behind there? There's no room to hold the nut if I reverse it, because there's no way to put the bolt on the other side because it's long. So you need to bring it in from the inside of the bed, and then you bolt it on the outside. Well, how am I going to hold the bolt and thread it if you can't get your hand in there? So I don't know how they did it on Old Blue. They must have had some tool for that I don't have. And I mean, I'm pretty good doing my own inventions, and MacGyvers and stuff, but I just thought, it's going to be a hassle. Maybe I could do it with a magnet and kind of move it and thread it and finally lock it in. But the thing is, how am I going to drill the hole precisely where it's supposed to be at the same height on both sides? I decided not to mess with it. I put the plastic liner back into the Old Blue and cinch it down, screw it down again, and just leave it at that. It's I'm having problems with this system. Don't like the system. Now, I saw a video of a guy, and I don't know if I could do the same thing, that on his hitch, he's got a tubular, and yeah, I do too. I think it's in the back there. There's a pipe going across. This guy had a pipe in the back attached to the hitch, and he ran, the hitch had a hole, had a small pipe. He ran a galvanized pipe from one end to the other, widthwise, drill a hole, ran a bolt through it, locked the chain, and then connected it to the back of the camper and used the buckles in tying it down. I'm gonna see if I can do something like that. I'm not too crazy about this little bracket deal on all full sides. Maybe I can do it on the front, but in the back I'm gonna have to come up with something a little more sturdy, because I don't think this is, and I can't go no bigger than this. The next size on this is 5 inches from neck to neck, The other one was a foot. It was way too long, and you saw how close they are. There's no way to do it with anything smaller, anything bigger. Otherwise, I could have used my gear that I already have. So many difficulties, one thing after another, and I'm going to work on that now. See if I can put them on and tighten it. And I gotta see how I'm gonna pry this open. I'm gonna use a crowbar, but I gotta put something because I haven't been able to drive it on the freeway because it's not anchored down. It's just sitting on top there. So I just heard on the news that Ivanka Trump died of a stroke or a heart attack, fell down the stairs. They found her at the bottom of the stairs, so they don't know if she fell and had a heart attack or she had a heart attack and fell. So I want to give my condolences to the Trump family. That's going to be tough for the kids. Okay, so back to work, and another MacGyver to be done. Yeah, that rifle rack didn't come out that well. Only for one. I don't know if I should put it back, but I already cut it, so the hell with it. If the guy wants one, he can have to build one. Yeah. Okay, so I'm back here. I managed to do one, and it's pretty tight in there. But I don't know. I don't have a lot of confidence in these things. You know, I open up the ring at the bottom. It used to be closed. I open it up so I can hook it, and then you gotta put the loop, this one here first. Bring this up and then thread it, because there's no way you can hook it and hook it. You have to hook one, remove this one first, and once this is installed, and you have to have some threads out on both sides so you have tightening and space, and then thread it, connect it, and then start tightening. So I did that one. I did this one. In this one, the only way I could do it is like that. The hook is on the outside, not on the inside. And then on the other side, I managed to install the big, the ones that I had. What I did, well, I got these now. They're pretty tight. I got a lot of confidence on these. And what I did on this one, it couldn't hook, so I would get a sledgehammer and hit it, so I can open up, so I can put it in there, and it still got a little curve to it. So this one is going to keep it strong. Now back here, I couldn't do anything with this one because it's so short that it couldn't reach. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the short buckles that I have, the adjustable one. I'm going to move this ring over to here, so there's more room, and I can put that, so it'll be a solid connection. And I was testing. See, now I got a lot of room here. This thing gets stuck. I got a lot of room in there now to put all my gear. My emergency, rope and chain. I still gotta tweak this because it shouldn't be so tight to lock it in there. It's pinching down here, and it's in front of this knob for the tailgate. And the same thing on this side, but this one is not that bad because this one opens a lot easier. So see, this one's a lot easier, but still it's pinching against this, and when it would swing, there would be a lump here of this plastic. I got a hammer and I smashed it down, so now I can swing over it pretty tight. But this has a little play, so I can move it, so I can swing over it. But and again, it's got plenty of room in there. Now, the trailer, the camper, for some reason, it looked like the I don't know if you can tell. See if they can adapt. You see that gap between the wheel well and the camper? That's about 2.5 to 2 3/4 inch. The camper, the truck is a little wider than the other one. The other pickup was actually hugging the camper in the middle. There was barely any room to be shifting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a PVC pipe along here from the beginning to the end, because I'm going to use that as a fishing rod holder, and it's going to stay snug against the camper, so that way we'll prevent it from yeah, I gotta work on this. I don't like the way this is working. It's getting stuck. The only way to unhook it would be to let me see. No, if I back up and I hit the brakes, this camper will slide a little bit if I loosen up the turnbuckles. But this here is pretty tight against it, and I don't think it's going to allow for this to slide back. If I go forward, then this is going to bend more. And I had this behind the knob, and I think that's the way it should have been. For me to move this behind the knob, I will have to drop the legs, raise the camper, and let it wiggle so I can work it, and that's a hassle. I'm going to leave that for some other time, because it's just too much work right now. And I'm kaput. So, I got something done today. That's what I always say. Now I gotta go pick up the solenoid that arrived. Alright. And gotta put some of these tools away. So, it goes where? Right there. Put the keys in there. Oh, so well, the camper is tied down now. I'm having a little confidence issue with the lack of confidence with those turnbuckles. They kind of look a little bit simple, and there's no Loctite, there's no locking nut or anything. I don't know if they're gonna jiggle and come loose. We'll see. I'll have to do a dry run, take it up the hills over here, and let it swing around and move around and see what happens. If it does that, I'm not done. I'm not done. If I decide to install the other buckles, the turnbuckle that I have, the professional ones, I will have to put a ring in the right distance so I can hook it the way the other one is hooked. So I'll think on that. I'm just gonna try it the way it is now. Now this new vehicle, being that it's not as limber as the old blue, I am not gonna be going into messed up trails. I'm gonna be going into dirt roads and stuff, but I'm not gonna. Well, let me not completely say that, because I already have a few places in mind that I need to go in there with the truck. But the idea is to go and come in as close as possible to where I want to be, and then dismount the quad and take the quad in for whatever. If I want to go to a gold mine, if I want to go hunting, if I want to go to the end of the trail, whatever. So I'm not going to be messing up or scratching up like it did the other one. Because with the other one, I went through some really gnarly places, and it did it okay. But this is a bigger truck. It doesn't have as tight a turn. I can go and make a U-turn in an intersection. I can't do it with this one. This is a big boy. Got an additional 2 feet. The bed is, I think I measured it, was 8 feet 2 or 3 inches. So it's a little longer on the bed also. And it's a little wider on the bed. That's why I got that gap between the wheel well and the camper. So it's a bigger unit. It's a bigger truck. So with the old blue, I will go into trails and make tight turns and, go in between trees. And that's another thing I'm going to, these mirrors don't fold in. So before going into a tight trail, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get off and go into the right side and fold the mirror in and drive like that. And then if I need to fold the one on the left, then I can go ahead and fold that and then go in between, because I've been to some tight areas that the mirrors are just barely making it, And that's what the old blue, which is a more narrow vehicle. So we'll see. I still gotta do the wiring, so I gotta go get the solenoid, and I'll do that tomorrow because it's already 7 o'clock. I gotta wash up and have dinner. Okay, guys, so I'll see you on the next one. The project continues, and I'll see if I can do something with the Blazer. I'm done. I'm completely done with the pickup. I finished today with the blue, and it's out there. I even washed it again and stuff. So, the last thing I gotta do, I still gotta do something. I went and got the glue for the rear view mirror. That one time it came off, and I just put it away. I gotta get the glue so I can glue that base, and then go ahead and install the mirror, and that's it. And then go out there and park it. Now I gotta take a few pictures and put it on Craig's and see what somebody wants to buy it. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. And I feel tired. Yeah, I probably look it too. On the next one. Thank you.